are vibes from Venus, where the mind learns how to breathe. We sit with truth, unpack the feelings, and let the soul speak honestly.
It is Friday night. I appreciate y'all for showing up. Apologize for the sexy couch not being here tonight, but we'll be back next Friday. But it is always Friday night vibe, so you know what time it is. Let's get your host in here.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, GC. How are you today?
I feel super loud for being super tired. Let me calm down.
It is Lashauna D. Hinton, your host for Vibes from Venus, and we are live here today. This is episode 4. Last week we took a week off just to kind of give us a little extension to bring on the civil servant. Try to say that 3 times in a row. But the show should be packed. It should be pretty fun. And I want to start off by unpacking Wednesday.
I don't think we got enough time for that, but we could try.
Oh, we could try just real quick, like just a little snippet, so I could do a logical lash.
My God, Court, what's good, brother?
Hey, what's up, Court? Would you like to join us for this logical lash really quickly? We're unpacking Wednesday. All right,
so he wants to rehash that. He's wait till Wednesday for that. But yes, go ahead. Lash it, rehash it.
He said he can't hear me. Can you hear me now? Okay, so Wednesday, we are definitely in the fun and mayhem. As you all know, we are curating a list.
Yeah, he said, nope, hell no. He didn't want to parts of that.
And no, Michael Jackson is not on it. So that could be a reason why Courtney's a little salty. But guess what? The logic behind it is that this list is going to take us probably another 3 weeks.
Well, I hope not.
I hope not either, but I think so because I have a wrench to throw in next week.
Oh, shit. I mean, stuff. It's Friday. Oh, sorry, it's Wednesday.
It's Friday. So there is the quiet luxury logical lash for today. We will bring our guest out now and we will ask this person several funny questions along with some logic. Let's go. Hello there, civil servant. How are you today?
If you can hear me, I can't hear you guys.
Oh, we can hear you very loud and clear. Razzmatazz. Let's see.
Might have to come out and come back in.
Yep.
Oh, no.
All right, so we are having a little bit of
come back out and come back in.
Yes.
I'm shaking my head like he can see me.
Yeah.
I can hear you though, but I can't see you.
Oh, you can't see us.
You can't see. You won't be able to see me.
Yeah, but I can hear you, but I can't hear Lashauna.
Oh.
Well, Lashauna can't hear you. So what she had said was, "Thank you for coming, but you might have to go back out, come back in because you can't hear her."
All right, let me do that.
Because if he can hear you, then he should be able to hear me. But it's all
well, you know, I got a voice that people can hear.
That's right, you do, and so do I. I've been told.
Yes. So let's get into Wednesday because
yes,
I want to we unpacked it, but we ain't unpacked it. So Rolling Stone, which is somebody's, I'm not gonna say whose favorite publication. The Rolling Stone decided.
It's Courtney.
He hates Rolling Stone, but I love saying that he loves it because it's a passion. But Rolling Stone decided that they was like, you know what? We ain't gonna ask no black people. We ain't gonna put one black person in the room. We ain't gonna phone a black person. We ain't gonna email, text, telegram a black person. Can you hear? Oh, sorry.
All right.
It's okay. We can continue.
There we go.
Hey, how are you?
We're on the air. People, we're on the air.
Hi, civil servant.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm wonderful. I
Uh,
have asked the people to try to say that 3 times in a row. Can you do it?
civil
we
servant.
were,
Oh God, I messed it up already.
you sure did. It's all good. But DC and I were just chatting and talking about Wednesday, and we were just giving them a little preview of what that is. Would you like to continue, please?
Oh yeah, so Rolling Stone decided not to ask one black person, not to phone a friend, not to no black people was involved in the making of this list, but they decided to take the greatest 100 R&B songs of the 21st century. Now on this list, I can tell you who was at top. It was Usher with Confessions Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not looking at it, but I've seen this list so many times it's etched in my head. So let me see if I can give it to y'all real quick. One was Usher Part 2 back in Usher Confessions Part 2. 2 was D'Angelo Untitled. 3 was We Belong to We Belong Together.
Mariah Carey.
Mary J. Blige. No.
Oh,
It was Mary J. Blige was 3. You know what? 4 was Mariah Carey. 5 was somebody. Needless to say, this shit was trash.
it was trash.
Chris Brown didn't make the list till 26. So one night I was playing with the devil's lettuce and was like, you know what? I got a friend who does this top 10 list where he makes us every Saturday get together and put together a list of his favorite episodes. So we decided 2 weeks ago to start the list, and I was like, oh, we're gonna be able to get a top 10 list, no problem. One episode. Yeah. One episode turned into 2.
Yeah, and it'll
And
be
now
3.
2 is about to be 3. So needless to say, Rolling Stone messed up, but it gave me plenty of ammo.
Ammo
Who's that?
for a whole new show in the season finale, I'm thinking.
Oh, and don't forget, we're doing rap list next. So the top
Yes, we
10
are.
greatest rap songs of I don't know if Rolling Stone did that list yet, but I'm gonna beat them to it.
We're gonna beat them to it, but hopefully it don't take us as long as this one. This one is tragic.
Oh, but I got more people coming.
Yay! Well, we need more people because we had a stalemate. All right, so let's get into the show. I'm sorry, you guys, my hair is wet. As you know, Law has curls and had to just kind of wet them up a little bit for the show.
That's a lot better.
Oh, there you go. So, how are you? Would you like to introduce yourself to us and the Venetians that are watching?
Yeah, I guess. So, welcome. Civil servant. Thank you for inviting me to the show.
Of course.
A lot of experience about. I want to say DOD side, and then some of your local civil service. So we're in there.
We are in there, and we are going to ask you some questions that kind of allude to what you do during the day, sort of.
I know. I like these questions.
Yes. So how exciting is that? So we're going to start off by just going ahead and unpacking that one about the Porter, because everybody knows about the porcelain protocol. I kind of, leaked it last Wednesday. So what exactly would you do since you're out all day as far as the porcelain protocol goes?
So,
like,
all right.
unpack that for us a little bit.
So, without being gender neutral, right? So I'll talk about the male half. Oh, it's pretty easy. I mean, the standing stalls, we don't use those.
Okay,
so
so
because we can't do a 360 head around and use the restroom at the same time. So maybe a stall with a door.
Okay.
Might be like kind of 80%, self-safety, self-secure. But most of the times, if you have to, if Mother Nature calls, we like to hunt down some of our more secure sites, like a governmental site structure.
Okay.
Where it's limited access. You in the uniform, you can go past certain points and get to a better private restroom.
Absolutely.
But But now sometimes Mother Nature calls for number one, and I mean your gas stations, your libraries, your hospitals. You know, some of those places are safe, safe places.
Okay, so see, I didn't even think about hospitals. Like
You
that
got
wasn't even one of the questions.
oh yeah, some of those larger private, larger governmental structures that kind of more secure. If you want to go to those, but the unsafe, the unsecure places like your gas stations, your McDonald's, your Burger King, your corner stores. You don't want to. Right. Hey,
Yeah.
civil servant number two's in the house.
What's up, civil servant number
In time.
two? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am well. I have guys now our second civil servant. Say that 3 times. Who happen to be 2 of my very best friends. So they are joining us today. And so now we're going to ask you the question, numero dos, okay? What is your porcelain protocol since you were out all day?
Restroom breaks.
Yes. What is your protocol? What do you do? Where do you go?
Well, I'm at the station all day, so I get the luxury of just using whatever is available.
Listen, I'm gonna roll all day, okay? Because you just want boom.
Yes. Yes.
And we gonna have to get okay. So
like your library, you know, your structures that belong to the city or to the government. Maybe you have parks and recs. So you have the parks, you have the public restrooms in the parks. Then you have the office space where the parks and recs work out of. You can utilize that. That's a little more safe and secure for you to undress.
Yeah, as you call it.
And down some gear.
So, since we're talking about that, let's get into the food though. So, if you happen to eat at one of my other good friends' restaurants, let's say the Waffle House, and we know how that food doesn't like to digest properly, what happens if you have an emergency?
Just hope that Waffle House door can lock.
Not in the Waffle House. Okay, yes, because we all know that you have to eat that food right there or take it home. Okay.
Or make sure all the green lights are good.
Oh my gosh. Now, okay, quick question. Have you turned the sirens on and used them just to
Yes, I have.
Yes.
I knew it.
Yes, I have.
Knew that was going to be a yes.
That's an emergency.
All right, so let's unpack some other stuff. Like, okay, if we're talking about gear, what would be like the largest barrier? Like when you get home and you're like just exhausted and you're like, I gotta get out of this stuff. It's Friday. What's the first thing that you jump out of?
The vest.
The belt for me.
I knew it.
The belt.
I have both of y'all pegged.
The belt. The belt
Yeah, because that is kind of like, it's got all the heavy components on it, but then you're strapped in. You don't like to be like nestled up. So I got that from both of y'all. Let's jump into a logical question, because the show today is called Dopamine Decay. And we all know that there's a lot of people that are what we call doom scrolling. I just heard that term. And there's a lot of people on TikTok minutes. So if we're going to unpack the logical question about it, you guys kind of have a duty to where you're working with people all day. What is the attention span of someone that you may have to sit and talk with during some type of interaction?
Well, if the cell phone is part of the issue, which the cell phones are most likely where some of the issues stem from, whatever the incident is. I received with juveniles, right? We have a school fight, and maybe the campus fight kind of bled into the neighborhood. Now we have to deal with it. Something that initiated in schools. Well, now that cell phone has all the videos, has all the text messages, has everything. So now to sit down and get a solid interview from the victim, the subject, or whoever the case may be, that phone now becomes part of that interview process, because now they have to continue to refer to that phone. That's a bit that phone's and there's times that you just have to let that play out. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's big. Yeah.
Number 2.
I would say more of the attention span with the technology, and everybody is tech savvy and they can't hold a conversation face to face. I believe that, if we could interview somebody through text message, I believe that, we'd probably get more out of them, just because they're not used to physically talking to an actual human, unless it's being through text or some type of social media picture or anything like that. So I think with the technology, with all these younger kids and generation coming up, it's a lot harder to be able to talk to them. And they're not getting the life experience that us growing up used to get.
Right.
Miss Lashauna, I'll give you one.
Okay.
Let's say your Amazon package got stolen off the porch. You have two options: to call civil service to do a report, or you're able to go online and generate the report yourself. Which option will you choose?
Now, me growing up in the 80s, I am going to call my civil servant.
Yep. Today's generation is going to do what?
Text y'all.
They're going to get online, fill out that online application, get their case number back, good to go. Report it out to Amazon. I haven't seen a civil service face-to-face, not one bit.
Really? So are we talking millennial, or are we talking Gen Z, or is it like a mixture of both? Because I think the millennials are a little bit still kind of, on that cusp.
Yeah.
Whoa, watch it with the millennial.
Hey, listen, number 2. You're on the higher end of that. All right. Oh, man. Let's see what you got. Give me something about the generational gaps in between and the attention spans and how they cope with handling situations.
Talking to me?
Yes.
I mean, it's hard to say. I think a lot of people are kind of numb to what's going on in the world, just because of what is posted and portrayed throughout social media and everything, especially with AI coming through. I mean, you're not really being able to tell what's the truth, what's not the truth, and it's getting pretty crazy.
Okay.
I think we're gonna end up going back to that dopamine, that decay. I think that's so with the presence of AI, and 8 out of, I want to say like 6 out of 10 videos are AI built. That generation that's coming up now, that's gonna trash them to the point that we're gonna get a reset. We're gonna get a reset. Now they have to see. They have to visually see and hear it now, instead of the video footage coming in. So with social media now, they're gonna get numb to a lot of things, but after a while, that stuff is not gonna be real. So we're gonna get to reel them back in.
Okay.
Right, and that's gonna be a generational pop now. Oh, you have a video, that video has no more strength as it did now currently. We're looking at the future now.
Okay, so I understand totally. You know, we all know that things regenerate and they come back around.
Yeah.
Um, I wanted to play on that just a little bit more because I know you guys in the line of, you know, work that you do. Um, how do you guys cope? Because it's a lot, you know, if people are not responsive or if they have such a short attention span and you're talking to them. What do you guys do to cope? Like when you're decompressing from that?
Oh,
I already know number two. Let's go to number one.
I think. well. There's a lot of outlets, right? There's a lot of professional outlets. There's a lot of niche outlets that you can get into to cope with some of that stuff. I think, like everybody else, we just join the masses with the coping. I mean, there's no better way. There's no lesser way. We generally just, we're with the masses as far as coping.
Okay, so you're like self-care,
Self-care.
things like
The only
that.
thing, the only thing is, because of what we see out there, we can identify abuse a lot earlier, self-abuse a lot earlier.
Okay.
That kind of makes sense,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So you see it a lot, so you're able to. That's one thing you're able to do before you get over that hump of abusing something that's probably not positive for you at that point. So yeah, that's easy. We're with everyone else as far as whether it be self-medicated, prescription, physical, working out, mountain climbing, riding a bike, running, taking the gear off, put on sneakers and go running for 2 miles. There's a lot of outlets, professional help. There's everything out there. Kind of the same thing.
Kind of like a therapist if needed.
Yep.
And so that would be what we would call natural dopamine.
Okay.
So instead of the decay. So I did not hear that you guys sit down and jump on social media or you're sitting and have nothing else to do.
I can't see myself drowning in social media. No.
No, that decay is probably not the best after you come off certain situations. So
I do get on social media.
Yeah.
Facebook and IG, but I just got done playing 18 holes of golf today.
That's a good, yes.
Yeah, there you go. That's one of his outlet. Yep.
Wednesday.
Outlet.
Wednesday. So
okay. So
now you don't want to. We don't want to escape social media too far.
Right.
Where we can't really keep up with what's going on in the social media world compared to the reality world. They still got to come together because the social media is built off the reality world at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Right. So there's stuff, the comical, the real human comical stuff from social media. Oh, you can't get away from that. If it's funny, it's funny. If it's shareable, it's shareable. Come on.
Right. Some of it is like they going a little too far. Yes. I think I just saw a video of a teacher, and then the mother was sitting with her daughter. I'm not sure what the conversation was about, but she slapped the teacher, the mom did.
Oh, God.
And he said, "You're going to learn a lesson today." And so he rolls up his sleeves and he said, "Are you going to apologize?" And she says, "No." So he slapped her back. And I said, "What is happening? Somebody's filming this?" So that's,
probably the daughter filming it.
There we go.
Maybe another daughter or somebody, because it was, that was a little too much for me. All right, so let's get into sovereign action, right? So if we're looking at that, so what happens when you guys have to take a break? Do you take vacation? Do you stay home? Is it something that you guys like take like 2 weeks, or is it just like 2 days? Like, how do you like get into that
Well,
family time?
the position that I'm in now, I work Monday through Friday, so I only get 2 days off a week.
Okay.
Unlike my man here, he 14 days at 14 days. But
And so
just took a week off, obviously for spring break. I sent my wife and my daughter to Paris for her 18th birthday graduation gift.
Oh yeah.
congratulations and happy birthday.
And then me and my son were just hanging out here, so we did some fishing, celebrated St. Patty's Day, went to Pop Stroke, did a little putt-putt.
Nice.
And my wife and daughter came back last night, so I went out and played golf by myself today. So
Hey,
that was
love it.
that was my break away from doing all the chores, vacuuming, laundry,
Oh,
cooking.
not the
Mr.
chores.
Mr. Dad. Mr.
Yeah.
Dad Chore.
But me and my son got a cruise coming up, so
Oh, that's beautiful.
for a weekend.
I love that how you guys kind of separate and then come back together.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes.
so like every other, income, you have a budgeted income. So
Mhm.
the vacations are saved up for, and they're pressed on 2-3 months into the summer when everyone's available. But there is mandatory fun that you don't realize that you'll have on your time off. And when I say mandatory fun, I got the little ones in football, all right? So there's a football schedule. So the time off is now attending the football schedule.
Yes.
But you're at the football schedule and you're cheering on. That dopamine is positive. You're like, and you don't realize how much you that time off is your go-getter.
I love that.
But it was mandatory fun at that point, right? Because it's
Yes.
you're still in that position of how you say, fatherhood.
Yes, like work mode, kind
Work
of,
mode,
but it's a
fatherhood.
different.
But
Yes.
it's different. Now you're off, but
Yes.
you're off time. So it's kind of what you had. A lot of the time, a lot of stuff is family time. A lot of it is family because you're away from your family. If you look at your hours and the time you work, you're in and out before you see. You're not there for breakfast. You're not there for dinner.
Yeah. Especially
Right.
with the time change
Yeah, with
comes
the
in.
time, everything. So
Yeah.
so yeah, there's a mandatory fun in there sometimes.
Oh, see the humanistic side.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. Since we're talking about positive dopamine, I just wanted to ask if you guys ever have fun when you are voluntold to, let's say, work an event or a graduation or things like that. Like, is that something that you guys are like willing to just like, yeah, okay, I'll go? Or are you like, God dang it. Why me?
Well,
I mean, back in the day, I did community involvement.
He hit it on the spot. He knows.
Right there.
I know right where he's going. Go ahead, Mr. Sir.
But covering schools. That's where
Mhm.
I met. So I mean, I love going out there and talking to the community and hanging out. So my career has been a great career out of the last 18 years. Did 5 on patrol, did 5 in community involvement, did 5.5 years in our undercover unit, and then now I'm in training full time. So even in training, I still get out there and talk to the community. I'm still going out to these schools and talking to the kids about what I do, what equipment we use. So I've always been a big component about the community, especially if these younger kids get to know you and understand that police aren't bad. There are bad seeds out there. I'm not going to say that there's not, but you get a little bit more respect when you're out there talking to these kids and who you are and what you guys do when they get older.
I love that answer. Yes. Number one.
So voluntold, right? Voluntold to do maybe like a off-duty detail that wasn't filled. And you get
Yes.
voluntold. Now you're about to spend 6 to 8 hours. But if you think about it, where you're spending that time is out in the community. So by the time you're finished with that detail, you're done shook 25 hands. 10 of them you know, 2 of them you change something positive in their life, and you actually leave out of that detail feeling like you did something in the community. So yeah, you're voluntold and you're kind of upset at that first incident when you're drafted, when you're roster picked to go do the detail. But then now you're in the community shaking hands and seeing people that you deal with on a daily basis.
Yes.
And you see the vendors, seeing some vendors come out, vendors giving you cards, you're giving out cards, you're giving out your number to someone that needs some type of resource later, and you have the resource to give it to them later after the event. So it's actually it's a positive thing at that time sometimes. So
I love that. Yes, that definitely shows the humanistic side of what you guys do, and it's not all just donuts and porcelain protocols. So I would like to thank you both for joining me in the orbit today. I've had a really great time chatting with you guys and giving you the opportunity to expand your voices upon the community. And the Venetians are probably very excited to add you to the family. So thank you for, first of all, your service in your work. It's very important. And I am very proud of the both of you. You've had very extensive careers, and just knowing you has been a great addition to my life. So both of you, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming and joining me today.
got it.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys want to wait around for me? I'll be
Yeah, I'll hang out.
right there. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. We'll see you in a minute. And there you have it, everyone. So we talked about the sociology of dopamine decay, and we did have not one, but 2 civil servants join us for the show. And so I just want to remind you all that phones are great. The internet is great. We can't live without it. And at some point, we probably might want to live without it, depending on who AI wants to become. But as of right now, it's a great addition. I just want to remind you that it's not the only thing in life. There is outside. There are a lot of things to do. Get outside.
Lashana, can I hoodify for you? In other words, y'all go touch
Yes.
some goddamn grass sometimes. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
I seen an accident this morning, 7:00 this morning, because somebody had their phone in their hand at a red light, ran through one car. That car went through the red light, hit another car.
Oh my gosh.
7:00 in the morning. Crazy.
See, no, stay off the phones when you're driving. That is just ridiculous. You can wait. Like, I don't care who's texting you. Even if it's 911, you pull your butt over and then you can answer the phone if it's that important. Stay off of the phones while you're driving. It could be the last text. And I know I'm sounding cliche like the commercials, your last text. It's true, though. DC just told you.
It was their last text in that car.
Sure was. Unfortunately, sorry for the family. I meant to,
I think everybody was cool. It's just one guy just got off, was like, what the hell? I was like, oh. He ain't getting to work on time.
He was so mad. He gonna miss that check. Oh my gosh. Well, so you have it. All of our servants are doing their job. They're making sure that you guys know them out in the community, which is hugely important. So let's just make sure that we are being mindful of our time. You don't know how long you have. You don't know how long you're going to be here. Spend time with your families. Make sure that you're telling them you love them every day. Hang out with them. Stay off the phone so much. Unpack it, okay? That's my ending lash for today's episode. We are out of orbit, DC, and we'll see y'all next time from V to V.
are vibes from Venus, where the mind learns how to breathe. We sit with truth, unpack the feelings, and let the soul speak honestly.